Hello viewers. Stephen here and I welcome you to this channel where we talk about investing, business and finance. In today's video, we will be talking about the 10 things poor people never buy. But before we begin, be sure you have subscribed to this channel and smash that like button on this video to support the channel. Thanks for doing that. Now let's begin. Do you sometimes ask yourself why the rich are getting richer and the poor on the contrary are getting poorer, or do you sometimes wonder why poor people's financial situation remains at the same level? What's the secret? Can a poor person become rich? As Robert Kiyosaki writes, the brain of the majority of people falls asleep at the thought of money, and for a minority it starts to work actively, and the reason for this is the difference in thinking. The poor person buys a liability which he considers an asset. In simple terms, a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket, for example a house in utility bills. A wealthy person will acquire an asset, something that puts money in his pocket. In today's video I'll show you 10 things poor people should invest in to get rich. Number 1. Knowledge. This is probably the most important one. Many successful investors know that in addition to investing in securities, gold and other assets, it's important to invest in yourself. We live in an age where in order to make good money you need to constantly improve your knowledge-based skills and efficiency. But this requires education as well as the ability to use constantly improving tools and technologies. In the world we're living in, for a person to succeed one must obtain special knowledge related to a particular type of activity. This knowledge can be obtained by reading books, video courses, audio courses, attending seminars and so on, and as you know, useful information costs money. Therefore some of your funds will have to be invested in improving your professional skills and increasing personal effectiveness. If you have some free time and money, then the first thing that a person who wants to be an asset should master financial literacy. This is necessary first of all for stability. In the world of finance, the ability to manage money is vital. Financial literacy can teach you how to look for ways to earn money and subsequently manage all income and expenses. You should pay attention to internet marketing courses because the system of making money at home via the internet is becoming more and more convenient and popular. It's also important that the courses cover several areas of activity, at once sales, advertising and analysis of the target audience. Number 2. Business. Why do you need a business? Well, the first and obvious answer is to make money. You see, poor people don't have a business, they have a paycheck at the end of the month, and with only a paycheck you can't get rich. If you've been around on this earth for a while, you would have realized by now that all people on earth have to choose between security and freedom. Most people think that a 9-to-5 job will give them security, but what happens when you're suddenly fired from your job? According to Dan Lok, Chinese-Canadian business magnate and global educator, you'll only get rich through a business or multiple businesses. Why? Because it's the only way you can apply leverage. You can leverage other people's time, money, resources and talents to build something and make your vision a reality. Number 3. Real estate. Real estate has traditionally been viewed as an investment area for the elite and wealthy, but in essence it's just building a future stream of income with a little more effort. In addition, the value of your property can rise if you buy it in a location that's currently undervalued. So to give you a little more perspective, below are 3 reasons why you should invest in real estate. 1. The possibility of choice. 3-room apartment or a duplex, an apartment in the city center or a cottage in the suburbs, or maybe you like commercial real estate. With the right research you can find the location that's right for you both financially and based on personal preference. Investing involves making important decisions, and therefore a variety of options and a high degree of control are important advantages. If you're willing to invest in the long term, you will indeed see capital gains. 2. Real estate will rise in value. This is perhaps the most important thing. History clearly shows that property prices have continued to rise steadily over the years. Doubling the value of the real estate in 10 years is certainly not unprecedented, especially in major cities. 3. Real and tangible investments. Stocks are the more common investment vehicle, but at the end of the day they are just pieces of paper that could either go up or down in value. But a brick or panel house or apartment is unlikely to disappear overnight or quickly fall in the price unless some rare natural disaster happens. Even when the economy is stagnant, real estate can still be a source of sustainable income for you, which cannot be said about many other investments. Number 4. Stocks and mutual funds. The poor tend not to invest at all, but let me tell you 3 reasons why someone should start investing. 1. It's easier nowadays, so the first reason why you should start investing right now is because it's much simpler these days thanks to the internet and smartphones. The 2 inventions have changed the entire industry. It's so much easier now to invest straight from your phone or from your computer, and you don't even have to do things the old school way, which was going through a broker, which is expensive and takes way too much time. You can literally set up a brokerage account on your phone and you can start investing in a whole bunch of reputable companies for about $10, and that's all you need to get started. 2. Save up for future. Start investing in the stock market right now because you must start saving up for your future. Compound interest is one of the coolest tools out there, and you can use it to leverage your money over time. Because what's going to happen is if you actually put in $50,000 for about 32 years at 10% interest, then that money can actually generate over $1 million, which is incredible for just 32 years. And then keep in mind that there's also a lot of tax benefits as well for investing in the stock market, because if you actually own a stock for longer than a year, that's considered long-term capital gains. 3. No trading fees. Now the third reason to start investing right now is that there's actually a lot of really great brokerages out there that don't charge any trading fees, and that's a really big deal, especially if you only have a little money to invest with. And if you don't know what a brokerage is, just think of it like kind of like the store where you can buy, sell or trade things, and that's all brokerages are. Number 5. Crypto. Poor people seldom invest in crypto, which is unfortunate because cryptocurrencies will play a major role in our financial future. One thing the economic crisis of 2008 showed us is that traditional banking systems are flawed. More and more people are seeing the need for viable alternatives, and that's exactly what crypto offers, a secure decentralized form of banking. Crypto is the biggest technological invention since the internet, so if you're still not up to speed with it, you're behind, but the good news is you're still in time to start playing catch up. Just like in the 90s when the internet was taking off, some folks resisted adaptation and were thus left behind. And the same thing is happening with blockchain, so do you really want to be one of the people left behind? Number 6. Precious metals. Most people don't buy precious metals like gold and silver, even when they have the means to. Precious metals, such as gold for example, is considered a safe place to invest your money long term. Gold has been used as a medium of exchange for thousands of years, and this is a testament to its value, and while this doesn't give us a 100% guarantee about the future, the probability that it will remain a precious resource in the future is quite high. It's something you can even leave behind for future generations. If something like a revolution occurs in your country, you can simply take your precious metals and leave. Whereas assets such as real estate will have to be left behind because they are not portable nor liquid. Anyway, owning precious metals can be tricky. If you keep them at home, you'd have to at least buy a decent safe. Or you can of course invest in an exchange-traded fund, but you wouldn't physically own the metals and would expose yourself to counterparty risk by letting a third party keep them all. Number 7. ETF. An ETF, exchange-traded fund, is a basket of securities, shares of which are sold on an exchange. They combine features and potential benefits similar to those of stocks, mutual funds or bonds. Like individual stocks, ETF shares are traded throughout the day at prices that change based on supply and demand. ETFs are a good choice for beginners who don't have a lot of experience investing in the markets. A lot of people that become uber wealthy actually use ETFs as a way to preserve their wealth, because that's what ETFs do quite well. It helps them diversify out of that one area that they made a lot of money in and ensure that they can keep their wealth. So it's a great way to preserve wealth if you're wealthy, but if you want to get uber wealthy, it's not going to get you there. However, if you want to be rich and have $1 to $5 million, ETFs are probably one of the most sensible and smart ways of getting there. The reason is that they give you great compound growth, and compounding creates wealth in one of the most fantastic ways. Number 8. Travels. I'm not talking about tourism. You see, there's a difference between a traveler and a tourist. Tourism is a commercial product very similar to having a movie pass. You get to experience different things without going out of your comfort zone, while traveling is more similar to exploring. Immersing yourself in a destination to the point where you're as much a part of it as it is of you. But why is traveling so important? First of all, it helps you escape the routine. We use traveling as a tool to consciously break our behavioral patterns when we feel like too many days look the same. Travel is more of an advanced form of education. If you want to get smarter quicker, go exploring. Traveling is like condensed education skills and new forms of interconnected knowledge merged together in a travel experience that will level you up at the end of the trip. Traveling makes you more independent. An important goal in life is to be self-sufficient, meaning if it comes to it, your own set of tools is enough to keep you going. The more you travel, the more you understand how close-minded you've been living. Exploring this vast world will mentally open you up and make you understand that the beauty of life comes from expanding your horizons. Number 9. An audience. An audience is an extremely powerful tool to get rich, but a lot of people don't really understand and can't conceptualize this. In today's day and age, the people who are rich are the people who have the most attention and audience. I mean people who have subscribers on YouTube, followers on Instagram. People that they can reach with any form of product, service, or offer. If they want to sell a product and they have an audience, they can make a video, send an email to hundreds of thousands or millions of people are going to see whatever they are trying to show them, and that's incredibly powerful. The new form of rich is people who have what's called attention currency. Number 10. Equity. The last thing that rich people like to buy that the poor and middle class don't is equity. Rich people understand that ownership is one of the most important things to actually accumulating wealth. So it's why rich people are so careful giving away any percentage of the equity in a business or a patent or a copyright or an idea or something that can be licensed down the road or sold off as an asset itself. So rich people understand that being the owner of a company or partnering with someone who's starting a company and assuming some equity percentage of that company is one of the most valuable things. So now that we've reached the end of this video, I'd like to ask you something. Which of these things were you already buying? Thanks for your time. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more contents like this one. Bye for now.